Are we starting?
Yes. So the people who weren't here last week, Tim, Danila, Simone, I think that's it. Yeah, you guys are getting back from a hunting trip you guys went on. Can you guys give me a survival roll? Yeah. So you come back with a big sort of prized buck over your shoulders, like lots of meat on it, lovely pelt, it's huge. You're quite successful in your trip, but you approach the group. They're having a sort of low campfire below a rocky outcropping. Snow's everywhere, and so you approach the camp. Does anybody in the camp react? It's fairly early morning, so just making breakfast.
How's it going?
Hey, where have you been? Oh yeah, by the way, Spurgeon's gone with our head.
What?
Cool.
Yeah, Spurgeon decided it would be a great idea to try and piss off the entire city before we got in. And he got himself captured, and he has opened his head.
The mud farmer is... We've met him. We've met him.
Yeah, so that dickhead who wanted to finger a dragon, he took Spurgeon in.
Yeah. And
There is
there's
no
somebody
way we're
called
negotiating
Tempest.
with that guy.
Tempest. The person who's got control of the city is called Tempest, and she's it's a her, I believe, and I reckon she's a tiefling. So I should.
I think you're borderline retarded because I think Tempest would be a god. You idiot.
A god?
Yeah, they worship
Why did they
Tempest.
take the head?
What?
They worship Tempest, so obviously Tempest is not going to be a tiefling.
No, be half human.
And
Alright.
where's Shepherd?
We disagree though.
Shepard's not here.
Fuck knows.
Shouldn't.
The bloke at the gate said Shepard hasn't been here for months. He also got offended when I called the Blood Ravens the Blood Budgies, so we probably shouldn't do that again.
So he's not here. We
Nope.
don't need to be here. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, we do
No,
need to
we
rescue
need-
Spurgeon.
Spurgeon and the head. He'll
That is
respect
what you
us.
guys are proposing.
Okay, number one, Damon here is not going to
Guys.
respect us, and number two, we do kind of need to save Spurgeon.
I'll
Guys,
save him
look, I
then.
got a
Leave it to
tome.
me.
Listen to me.
Oh.
I'm like waving it around in the air, trying to get everyone's attention.
No one gives a fuck about your lime tome,
I'm
Demon.
looking at the book. What is
It's
it?
called a lime tome. I think it's got all this special information about the limes in it. I flick to a random page, open it, and what's the sentence that I see in there?
Yeah, it's actually a picture of him dissecting a lemon, part by part. And you just see lots of crosses all over the page and like equations that don't seem to like add up to real numbers because he puts a big cross at the end.
That's because it's
So
a
we have
bloody
this-
lemon. This is about limes.
Like same person's manifesto. Beautiful.
Is it an alchemy book?
I don't know.
It's it was
Do I
called
see any
Mordecai's. I gave you the title of the book last week. Did anyone record
no,
it?
you just wrote lime tome.
No, I didn't. It was
Mordecai,
Mordecai's research notes of something.
yeah, something like that.
Research
Mordecai
notes for
Kynin's research
abundant-
notes for abundant food production. It's not written like a journal would be. Like it's not a complete detailing. You get the feeling this is like a scratchbook he would use as he was doing research. So you flick open to some pages and he's infusing like lime juice with essence from a displacer beast. And he records all of the changes to the liquid. And by the time he gets to the end, you can see he's started to get more and more frustrated, you think, as you flick through. The notes are more spaced out. A lot of them are in capital letters.
All right. Well, I think we should probably drop the tome for now and focus on Spurgie.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a bad idea.
I
Do you
think
guys
that
know
we
what
should
it
try to go in
is?
and try to get into the cities because they don't know our faces.
Oh, this is a guy who one-shot us and we fucked him over so bad. Fine, whatever.
So let's go in.
All right. So what you guys do notice, I've finished eating my wings now, so I can be more involved.
Dickhead.
So what you guys notice, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning and the sun is well and truly up. It's still, the forest is still like all the trees have dropped their leaves and there's snow all over the ground. And you notice that there's a lot more activity in the area today. Like there's sort of a lot of merchant carts wheeling about that you spy from your camping place. And just seems to be like both coming in and going out of the city.
Can we sorry, can we see if they're being stopped going into the city and searched, or?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So as you guys leave your little camp, I suppose, and go have a look at the front gate, you do notice that there is quite a line of carts at each of the gates leading into the city that you can see.
Yeah, we were camped outside the eastern gate, I think, or the western, or the other, because I didn't want to camp outside the same gate with the guard that we were.
Yep.
So
At
attacked
least
by.
someone in this group's smart.
It's carrion, isn't it?
Yes, diplomacy with spiders.
And then immediately
would've been
distrusting
fucking-
the shroom guy.
You never know. I could have rolled a 20 and then it might have worked.
Exactly, you guys would have been fucking shitting yourselves then. I don't have the city drawn out, but basically it's a giant circle, and there's a gate on like the north, south, east, and west side of it. So there's only 4 ways in, and it's a really big place. And there's a big white stone castle in the middle, which is raised above the rest of the city.
When we approach, is there do we have to get in behind the cars and carts and wait, or can we? Because we don't have a cart or anything, can we kind of skip to the front of the line?
You can walk to the front. So there's about 20 guards out the front. You notice 5 of them are going through a person's cart. There's a guy at the front who's more
As we
important-looking armor
approach,
costume.
I want to have the hood over my head of my cloak so that they can't see my ears and know immediately that I'm half elf.
Yeah. There's a guard who, as you approach towards the front of the line, he puts his hand up and he stops you and he says, "Hey, can I help you?"
We would like
Yes, you can,
admittance
maybe.
into the city, good sir.
Roll me a deception check.
Oh, it's so good.
He spits and he says, "You got your trade pass?"
How do we acquire a trade pass?
No, we've just misplaced it.
Fucking review.
He looks over his shoulder and he says, "Hey, Daryl, these ones ain't got no trade passes." 4 other guys come up and like sort of come behind him in sort of a supporting fashion. He says, "Oh, trade pass this late in the year is quite expensive."
How much?
He says, "Oh,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I'd say, how many of you are there? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can I
I'm
hide
not
behind?
really else.
I'll hide
Um,
behind. What's her face?
Can I just like step back and
Okay,
just say,
roll
like,
me a stealth
I'm not
check.
with the elf
Please
or
shut
the
the door.
half elf and the demon. I'm just a traveling bard.
What's that?
Well, you're
Marissa?
you're traveling with this one.
She's with me, guys. She's with me. I put my arm
Admittance.
around.
I don't know who this is. Don't touch me.
Yeah, you managed to sort of fade in behind a card or something, Tim. He doesn't really notice you.
What's it called?
Different
Sorry.
looking folks, aren't you, little one? So you're each going to need a trade pass to get in. Do you have a trade pass, little one?
Why don't you perform something to her?
I'm going to the guy that's the leader. I'm going to say to him, "We're obviously, good sir, we're nowhere near got the physical prowess that you and your town guard have. I don't think we need a trade pass." And as I say this, I want to cast suggestion. My suggestion being that we should go in because we're not a threat. We don't need a trade pass. He needs to do a wisdom saving throw.
Yep. What's he trying to beat?
Is this spell obvious when he casts it?
15.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
So if he had resisted, he would notice, but he hasn't. And so Matt, you notice his eyes just sort of go wide, and his pupils dilate really wide for a second. And he says, "Yes, I don't think you need a trade pass." And then he sort of shakes his head. He looks around confused. He's like, "It's all right, lads. They don't need a trade pass." He sort of looks questioning himself a bit, and he
Do
gestures
the other
his
guys
head.
look highly suspicious?
Yeah,
And
they sort of look to each other, but it's obvious they don't question this guy. He's obviously in charge of them.
And I say to him,
Okay.
"Thank you, good sir,"
Okay.
and I walk past and proceed to enter into the city.
He doesn't say anything. He just sort of
Smile
nods and
and
keeps his
We
head
do
low.
the same.
Emerald.
He looks a bit like a whipped dog. Like he doesn't really know what's just happened, but he knows he wasn't happy with it.
We all
Yeah, so
walk
as
in.
you get let through, the city opens up, and again, there's sort of another line of people. But this looks a lot less formal. These people aren't as heavily armed. There's a few people with ledgers, which you think are mainly noting what trade goods are coming through. But you'll have to go past these people to get into the city.
Righto. Yep.
Okay. So, yes, as you approach, a man with a ledger stops you and he says, "Hello, what's your business in the city?"
Good
What
sir.
was that?
Entertainment.
Sorry, I missed that.
Entertainment. Giving or receiving? And you look suspiciously at Adrienne.
I'm going to look him in the eyes and say,
She's got a bear with her, doesn't
What?
she?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like
you do.
traveling entertainment, and I like pull out my bongos and just do like a little beat.
And we've got a
Oh,
tame.
okay,
We've got a
that's
tame bear.
music.
Make the bear dance. And I just
Yeah,
whisper
make
to
them do.
whisper to Adrienne, make the bear dance.
I'm like,
so loud now.
honey, and I like nod, and she's just like, yeah.
Give me an animal handling check, Savone, and give me a performance check, Danilo.
You guys better roll well, or I'm fucking out of
Life
here.
depends on it. Oh, Adrienne like goes to stand up, and her back feet like slip out from underwear, and she sort of just falls and lands on her button back. It's not like disastrous. It's kind of cute, but she did not do well at dancing. The bongos somewhat make up for this, though. You get sort of a good rhythm going, and the man nods a lot.
As Honey's fallen over, I say to him, the bear's still a bit of a work in progress, though, for our act.
He's sort of nodding along with the bongos, and he's like, "Yeah, cool, okay, entertainment, sweet. Okay, yeah, come on in." And he's like, "Oh, what do you do? It's sort of dark times for the city. The people could really use some music and
That's what
falling
I'm
bear, I
here for.
suppose."
All right,
It's
done.
a comedy act.
Yeah.
He nods. So as you get ushered through to the city, you're in the lower part of it. It's all sort of muddy and dirty. This place obviously gets a lot of traffic. Horses are pushing past you. People with carts are like pushing past you. There seems to be a lot of trade going on here. It's all cobblestoned sort of roads and sort of old-looking tunnels.
We should just walk around and be observant.
Okay. Yeah, so as you guys head out of this really busy sort of bizarre delivery dock place, the city seems a lot quieter. The streets are really full of military presence, though. There's lots of guards walking around looking suspicious at people. The few like townsfolk that are here, they don't look like they're starving, but they don't look particularly healthy. It looks like this city's going through a tough time.
Yes.
Do I see any regular person passing by?
Yeah, you see an
anybody-
old lady. She's pushing a cart with some
Okay,
fresh-looking pumpkins on it.
Kind of approach her nicely,
Is it
and then
gonna
I
be
say,
Haley?
"Hi, I want to learn about Tempest."
Oh, hello, dearie. Tempest. Yes, well, she's our queen.
I
Would you
told you
like-
that.
Oh.
Anyway, go on.
She's a saintly figure.
Who
Have
is
you
she?
ever
Is she-
seen Tempest?
Yes, she addresses us all the time. She's a very proficient leader. She's kept these lands safe. She held the castle against the beast invasion, and she is our queen.
What does she look like?
She is beautiful. Flowing golden hair, the most pale skin. But she's also powerful. You can see just in her stature, the armor she wears. She's quite a figure, like a fighting Valkyrie.
Ooh, she wears armor. That's so
Right.
cool.
She says, "Yes, the finest. Now, can I just join a pumpkin? Look at it's the finest pumpkins delivered this morning." She's like shaking it towards you.
Is
Yeah.
there a little pumpkin?
Yeah, she pulls out like a different type of pumpkin, more like a butternut, sort of like a little bit
Oh,
bigger than that.
Sick, I'm buying a butternut pumpkin. We totally haven't had vegetables in ages. I'm
Oh,
assuming
that's just-
chicken on the road.
Just 5 copper, just for you.
Ah, definitely.
A Tempest
That's-
special. And she like
Take
throws
it.
it to you.
Give
Snatches
her
the
that
coin sort of
copper.
quicker than you think. She might move considering she's quite old. She says, what do you want to know about Tempest? You don't look like you're from around here. Are you here
Is
to see
she?
her?
Where did she come from? Is she good? You think she does a good job?
So she arrived 10 or so years ago when our government was failing. And
Cool.
she was brought in by the military at the time. I know that. And she very quickly became our queen.
But we saw somebody that we think is kind of questionable ethics.
Don't know if you've seen him, but this particular untrustworthy man is a wizard. Don't know if you've seen him around.
She spits and she says, "A wizard." Yes. I just don't know
Yeah,
why they
they're
allow the
fucking
magic to taint the city. Even just down there, she points with her finger. She says, "There's a magical outfitter. You should run them out of the town, I say."
Okay.
Quite.
All right. Well, let's keep going, guys. Let's move on.
Let's go to
Okay.
the outfitters.
I must follow whoever.
Okay. Yeah, as you approach, it's got a sign with a big crank on the front. It's called Fizzwinkle's Magical Emporium.
Carl.
It's got sort of dirty glass windows at the front and a door you can push open and enter if you'd like.
Yeah, let's enter.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, as you walk in, it's got a very strange sort of metallic smell to the air, and there's a man behind the counter. He's wearing a leather helmet with what looks to be about 50 different lenses attached to sort of a craning arm, which you think, pull in front of his face and flick around as you'd like. He's a gnome. He's only about 3.5 feet tall. He spreads his arm wide. He says, "Oh, welcome! What can I do for you?"
Good sir,
show
do you
him.
speak Undercommon?
He babbles something in a like weird hissing language you don't understand.
I'll take that as a yes then. Unfortunately, none of us are quite proficient in that tongue. However, we did come across a tome written in the language.
A tome, you say? Yeah, I love tomes.
Myself, being a scholar from a far university, I was able to sort of see that the god Lolth was mentioned a few times.
Says Lolth. Oh God. Of course. I mean, I guess if it's in Undercommon.
And I show him the tome that I've got.
Yeah, his
in
eyes
my
are
bag.
wide as he looks at him. He says, "Oh, quite a tome. Mind if I have a flick through?"
Go for it.
He pulls down some of his lenses and he sort of like flicks one, flicks another, and pulls it away from his face at appropriate distance. He flicks open early on and he reads and he says, looks like it's some sort of communique. Oh. And he starts
does that
flicking through.
mean?
He's like, "Oh, it means they use this to communicate, my poor, sweet, simple child."
Yep.
And then he keeps reading.
I feel like we shouldn't be trading that tome.
Karen
He
is one
keeps
dumb
reading, and he's like, "Oh, it looks like they've been up to all kinds of stuff. Oh, those spiders were the ones that interrupted that caravan? God damn, I needed the roots off of those." Oh. And he flicks through a little bit further. He's like, "And then it looks like they ran into some folks that look a lot like you."
Yeah, we killed those bastards.
Yeah, it was actually a Drider, and she
How
was
does that
not
make
happy.
sense? This looks like yes. I mean, it's written in blood, so I'd expect it probably to be something like that.
So is it just merely a diary of the Drider?
Does it show
Yes.
the plans for the little one, Ash?
He keeps
guy in the
flicking
wolf
through,
pack?
and he's like, "Yeah, it says here they found some stupid little creature that was really, it's that small? Oh, dude, I'm sorry." He says, "We found some item of great intrigue, and she said she was sending it down right away. Sent most of her spiders with it too. Some sort of
Crap.
magic cloth? Is
It's
that
in
what
the
that
Underdark then.
Yeah.
He says, "Yeah, it looks like they
Oh,
took it to
which
the
is
high
it?
priestess."
So, good sir, for the book in Undercommon, how much are you willing to give us for it?
Says this? Well, I mean, it's more of an interest item more than anything, I guess. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't even want this thing. I'm going to give you nothing for it.
Oh, fair enough.
He says, "But hang on, just maybe if you try the library, they want this sort of thing. But I mean, I can't use this." So he sort of closes it and pushes it towards you.
I have a question. Do you is Stan a regular here?
Says, Stan? I don't know a Stan.
Oh, he is a tall wizard, and he is very high up in the food chain within this
Oh,
city.
it sounds like the Tempest, new court wizard, Stanislav, but no one calls him Stan.
Yes.
Yeah, no, he
What
arrived
did
out of
you
nowhere.
call him?
Stanislav, and we needed some sort of magical user of the city, but I didn't like the guy.
Were you you would have been here a couple nights ago, wouldn't you? All the alarms going off and all that.
Did you hear
Yeah.
the fuss?
Happens all the time.
Did you happen to see?
What do you want to know about it?
Well, did you happen to see a human get escorted into the? Well, I say escorted. He was beaten into unconsciousness, so probably carried into the city.
Yeah, roll me a flat d20, man.
Oh, it's that old luck roll.
Yeah, we're crit failing this.
Oh, no,
Ooh.
Yeah, I saw him. Tempest Gods herself had him in their hands, and yeah, that's what I saw Stan as well. They're taking him to the castle.
Well, I assume they wouldn't have been
now.
taking a corpse back to the castle. Well,
I don't know, with Tempest, anything's possible.
well, thank you. You've been a monumental help to us, and we do apologise that you're priced a little bit above our range. But
When we get
we
that
aren't.
No,
stuff,
guys, I'm going to feel I'll be seeing you guys another time. He knows. He says, hey, look, wait a minute. One piece of advice for you guys. If you're going to see Tempest, just mind your manners, all right?
Will do.
If you find too many corpses wheeled out of their palace.
Thanks, mate. And let's leave this one. All right, so I suppose we're heading off to the palace to go have a chat with Tempest.
Oh God, please be nice. I don't want to get tortured and murdered.
I have
I
no
will
intention of insulting the
best
queen
behaviour.
that kidnapped us. Besides, I mean, Shepard is the commander of her guard. We were working for Shepard, so by extension, we were working for her.
Yeah, let's
She's
go.
the one we
Let's
need
go.
to see about.
On that note, do we actually have to take Ash? Because he can be, yeah.
No,
you know.
you need to take me.
He'll behave himself.
There's a solid reason why you need to take me. Or everything
Yeah,
is lost.
that you're going to keep your mouth shut then.
I'll be saving us all.
Uh-huh. You'll be getting us all killed.
Yeah, either that or we will live.
All right. So the way the city is structured, there's like a separate bit for the castle and palace in the city, like a different wall inside the town.
Yep.
And you guys, I suppose, there's only one gate going into that, and you guys, I suppose, are approaching that.
Yep.
To see the guards. The guards are dressed differently here. They've got red and blue plumes on their armor. They're wearing ornamental helmets. These guys
Yeah,
are in
can I
plate mail
see-
and down guard chainmail. Cool.
Mhm.
And there's two guys either side of the front gate, each holding a pike.
See that pike, Ash? Your head will be on it if you get us into trouble.
No, trust me. Just trust me. I've got this, yes?
Yeah, so
No
as you approach
trust.
me, says, "Halt, citizens. How can I help you?"
We wish, kind sir, to attain entry into the palace district, if we may.
Says, "Do you have an appointment? Do you have a pass?"
We came here on orders from Commander Shepard.
Commander
Oh.
Shepard. He nods and he shouts something into the gate.
I do not believe.
Stephen, go down here. And then a man with a ledger in a blue robe runs out. He's bald on the top of his head. And he says, "Yes, what can I help you with?"
We were contracted by Commander Shepard to perform a job, and we've come here having completed said job. However, there was a
Okay.
misunderstanding that we had, and it appears we are in a bit of a bind. I do not believe that Commander Shepard would have in any way sent an envoy to get our names on any.
He flicks some pages back and he says, "And when might this appointment have been made?"
This contract was made, what was it? Maybe a week or two ago? And
He goes through he starts writing his finger down the page, flicks another page. He says, "Oh yes, Commander Shepard did send us a raven. But it appeared that your appointment had been cancelled. We
When-
received word just this very morning."
that's strange. Who cancelled it, may I ask, good sir?
He says, "I don't know, I just handled the ledger."
Well, it must have been a mistake because we're here and we didn't cancel it.
He says, "Mistake, roll me a persuasion check."
Oh, I got a +6 in persuasion. Let me do this.
Somebody can
I'll
help him.
assist. Yeah, I'm definitely.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So
Roll
roll it with
Okay.
so
Come on,
much
help me.
advantage. Yeah, so much advantage.
Okay, yeah, so I'll just roll advantage. Okay, yeah, cool.
He says, "Yes, I suppose it. I mean, if you're here this very day, I guess it must have been a mistake. Sure, come in. Who are you hoping to meet with?"
Well,
Commander Shepard, of course, but
He says, "Commander
We're-
Shepard has not been in the city for many months."
he would be on the front lines, I would assume. So I suppose we're either looking above Commander Shepard. Would surely only be Tempest in the city, would it not?
He says, "Yes, that's. I mean, as leader of our armies, you know the answers to Tempest."
So I suppose Tempest would be who we would hope to meet, but of course we understand that the liege of the city must surely have a busy schedule.
Says she will tolerate it. I ask, have you met with Tempest before?
No, good sir, we have not.
He says, well, she is rather unusual. I very much suggest that you keep your eyes low, you watch what you say, you show proper respect. She is very short-tempered at times.
Thank you, good sir. We will be. We will show respect of the highest order,
On our best behavior.
as befitting someone of Tempest's position.
Quite.
Some of
Well,
them
look,
got that emerald talk.
I'll have my men show you through to the main foyer and just wait there. I know not how long you will be waiting for an audience.
That is entirely understandable, good sir.
Yeah, he nods and waves you through. You guys get escorted by 4 guards through to the middle courtyard. It is very beautiful, this inner place. The gardens are kept absolutely magnificent. All of the stones have been polished on the castles and the floors. And you're ushered through to the like a waiting room going into the palace, which is completely marble, and you're sitting on very fine couches. I mean, you're actually smudging a bit of mud on them from your clothing even. You guys have brought refreshments during this. You brought trays of wine, there's cheese, there's fresh fruits, there's all different kinds of things to eat.
Thank God Spurgeon's not here. He would be drunk by now.
Yeah, and you guys are only waiting for about 20 minutes, actually. You're sort of halfway through gorging yourself when a man comes in, sort of very obviously a page, opens the very ornate door and enters your room and says, Tempest will see you now. He gestures you through.
Yeah.
And,
Wait,
Wait, before we go in,
No,
just
we'll
quickly
check.
whisper to Emerald.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, we'll just type it to Emerald.
Okay.